So Lightning's our adult female two-toed sloth, and she had a baby about 6 weeks ago, Juno, who is doing fantastic. About a week after she had Juno, totally normal birth, we didn't have any concerns, but the keepers noticed that she had passed some placenta material, and we weren't quite sure whether or not she had passed everything, but we noticed the next day that she was feeling really unwell. She was lethargic, she wasn't eating well, the keepers just noticed that she wasn't her normal self. So we took a closer look at her, we did an immobilization, and we found that she had a retained placenta. And the problem with a retained placenta, or having those fetal membranes still in your uterus, is that they can get infected. And it was very clear that it had gotten very infected. So unfortunately, she was very sick from this infection. We actually kept her in the hospital for several days on very intensive antibiotics. And at that same time, we took Juno and we're making sure we gave her some supplemental food because mom wasn't producing quite enough milk for her, and we wanted to make sure she was doing well while we were giving mom so many intensive treatments. Mom bounced back really well. She started eating again, she was feeling better, she got feistier. She's had a couple ups and downs since then, and right now she's just not eating as well. Antibiotics are really hard on our system, especially a sloth like Lightning. She relies a lot on the bacteria in her gut to help her process those nutrients. Today's exam was about really looking at that gastrointestinal system, looking at her esophagus, looking at her mouth, looking and actually putting a scope down into her stomach and seeing if we're seeing any redness, any irritation, any ulcerations that could be explaining why she's not eating as well. So good news was we didn't find anything majorly concerning. We did do a little bit of teeth work on her. Everything looks really good. So we're going to give her some supportive medications for her gastrointestinal tract, and hopefully that's going to get her right on the back on the right track. So while mom was anesthetized and asleep, we had Juno separated, and we had her either with an animal caregiver or in an incubator to make sure that she was nice and warm and happy.